So this is my interpretation of the 1911 Reapportionment Act, the 1929 Permanent Reapportionment Act, and all of the wonderful things that happened, and how I am claiming that the House of Representatives is stolen. First of all, I've read the Constitution, listened to the Constitution rather, for a couple times. I never was satisfied with why does the Constitution say shall not exceed 30,000 and here we are at 333 million, all that other good stuff. And I did some digging. I figured some things out. I asked people simple questions, and a lot of the Lawyer Guild apparently is brainwashed. Now, what I see in the Constitutional in Article 1 Section 2 is that it says that the Congress has to even everything out every 10 years and have everything proportionate. And but if you want to do add seats, you have to do it at 30,000 per representative. But okay, that is how the Permanent Apportionment Act is legal. Okay, so you take the 1929 Reapportionment Act, Permanent Reapportionment Act, and you wonder where did they get the numbers of 435? Well, if you actually went and found out what the Reapportionment Act was in 1911, which is all males over 21. So, and we had a big immigrant rush. So the population was 92 million, and we had, about about 26 million people that were over 21 that in 1921 would have been legal because they would have been women. So basically, a lot of the lies that were the lawyers were brainwashed to believe is things like, oh, Congress can add as many any seats as they want. No, they can't. That's why Alaska and Hawaii's uh, seats went away because it was unconstitutional. Because the Permanent Reapportionment Act was geared towards what the 1911 Act says. So if you think about it, 30,000 times 435 is 13,500,000 or 50,000. So yeah. Uh, so basically, what happened also was the 1921 Reapportionment Act wasn't done because women got the right to vote. That's the truth. Um, you can't prove that someone said whatever, and it doesn't matter. They're all dead now. But yeah, so if you are at peace of why, um, but and some people have said, oh the some people said, oh, shall not exceed changed. No, it didn't. So what in actual happened is the Congress is allowed to pause it, but they were keeping ahead of it, and it was all male until 1920. So basically speaking, we were in a chauvinistic area of time, and women didn't have the right to vote and all that, but they did. And then they realized that they were going to have to seat about 1,600 in 1921, so they didn't. And then the House Speaker decided to cap it. So that's what happened. You can't tell me anything different, and it is not a lie. It is my perspective. And if you think about it in a crime scene type of setting or whatever, and you think about what was said and what was done during that time, and how did they get rid of it? How did they get away with it? Well, first of all, uh, radio wasn't even popular yet. It was getting popular, but it wasn't popular yet. All we had was newspaper and a big population that was illiterate. So yeah, so that's how it all happened, and it's literally okay legally. It is constitutional. It's like someone said in some New York Times article the other day, "Oh, we could just add and 435 is unconstitutional." It literally is very constitutional. Like I said about Hawaii and Alaska, it's very constitutional. The problem is we are that divided anymore. We can't do it. We can't do a constitutional amendment, and the constitutional amendment to actually get to a justified freeze. I mean, like I say, I don't think John Q. Tilson's freeze was in any good faith. It denied women their seats, and it denied the immigrant rush their seats. But it is legal. It's constitutional. It is. But all they can do is pause at this point, and so we're stuck at 435 unless we want to do a constitutional amendment, and so we can justify and rectify what women did deserve back in 1921 when the immigrant rush deserved in 1921. But so that would be about 1600, and you would get to that total by making a constitutional amendment shall not exceed 150,000, and you'd end up if that's the it's 150,000 if you do eligible voters, which is pretty much everybody over 18 now. Welcome to 2023 now. But that's what it would take, and then we do the constitutional amendment knowing that we're probably going to freeze it within 10 to 20 years afterwards. That's cool, and we would have a functional government now. But now all we have is a bunch of people that get bought by rich people. If everything was shall not exceed 150,000, I could buy you could buy like 800 you could buy 20,000 postcards, um, and high quality postcard quality flyers, and that's going to cost you only $800. So if you had a district of 150,000 you're buying for, that's like $2,400, not millions. But that's how it is now, and that's not. So it's backdoor campaign financing, at least for the House. So, you know, but it's not going to happen. But at least now everything's legal, because the the Permanent Reapportionment Act had to match a actual reapportionment, and the actual Reapportionment Act couldn't be fixed, couldn't be changed, altered at all. So that was law, and the law said shall not exceed 30,000. We had about 13,050,000 eligible males, and that's all that happened. And so it's very legit. It's very dirty, but it's very legit. So that's my opinion. I hope this goes viral, or I'm gonna do it again. This is basically just a warm up, so I'll say it another way and maybe clear things up in the next video. So have a good one. Bye.